Hello, guys. Hi, FarQ. Hi,
Hi,
PJ.
Fa.
Hi, Doxy.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Park
Hi,
you.
Jim. What's
Hi, Jim, if you're still here.
um? Well, nobody's in here right now, just us. So, I'm gonna start
Hey,
doing a
Brittany.
segue.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany. I'm gonna start doing a segue at the beginning of the live stream. It's called this right here. Shit, I don't know if you guys can say. How do I move it? Do I take you guys off this? How do I do this? Oh.
You can put us down the bottom. Like, you could reorganize us.
Shit, I should have paid more attention when he was messing with the damn emojis.
Yeah.
That didn't work. Oh, that really didn't work.
You could.
What if you do an overlay?
That really didn't work.
Hi, Rowdy.
Hey, hi, Rowdy. It's like we're back at the other place.
Hey, ready.
Hold on. Okay, let's try.
You should be able to downsize us and make us all like go along the bottom. Maybe. I don't know if you can do that.
Shit, I don't know how he messed. Okay, let's see. New layout. Oh, there we go. Can you see that? Or is it still you guys?
Hello.
Hang on.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Maybe it won't do it.
Well, maybe you guys won't see my new thing.
Hey,
Flash.
she took herself off.
Damn it.
Do it as an overlay, maybe.
Okay, let me try and see if it'll go as an overlay. I should have messed with this before I came on.
Yeah, because you can use it as like a those cover screens. So when you bring people up, they can't.
Okay,
a paint
let's
screen.
try this. You see that?
Yeah, it's over us. It's an overlay.
Oh, so you guys are still up here, but that's on the overlay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
We can still talk.
So, Sway has something to say, and I'm going to start doing this every time we go live. We're going to, unless there's nothing to talk about, of course.
Sway's going to have a rant.
I'm going to take that off because that's blowing the hell out of me now.
You don't.
I'm like, I can't see you guys, so it's like you guys are gone. Hold on. Let's see if I can rearrange. There we go. Oh, it's still in the background.
Sway to say.
Oh, I know why it's there. Hold on.
Oh my god, my son is cooking something and it smells like he's burning the house down.
See, this is going to take 10 years to figure out.
The only way you're going to figure it out is if you play around with it.
That's disgusting.
What?
Playing around with it.
Oh.
You'd have to make that like a background and then put us on top or something. I'm not sure.
There we go. Now I got to get this son of a... It's still in the background. I don't know how the hell that...
Hi, MJ.
There we go.
There we go.
Hi, MJ. You love when... you might not like this one. What'd you say?
Hey, MJ.
Rowdy said she's going to call her dad. No, I just wanted to do a little rant on something I heard today. Well, it wasn't just something I heard. It's been all over, I guess. About Dog the Bounty Hunter joining the Sebastian Rogers case. Oh boy, I got lots to say about this bullshit. First off, Dog the Bounty Hunter is nothing but a fake fake distraction. I mean, this guy's just nothing but a distraction. First off.
Yeah, and
this is all allegedly.
apparently
all
Jay for
allegedly.
Justice says when the it's funny because when the reward goes up, that's when Dog comes out and wants to get involved.
Yep.
And him and Nick the Hat have put in 25 grand each, so now the reward's up to 100,000.
Yep.
Yeah, Nick the Hat. Yeah, exactly. Far. And did you see it, like Jays for Justice, like recently? Like, oh my gosh, the stuff they're throwing out there at the moment is just insane. JLR did a rap on Seth. I saw that, Brittany. JLR did a rap. You know that song by Kendrick Lamar, and he says that they're not like us, they're not like us, and he said, Seth, you better not go to cell block 1. Oh my god. Anyway, Nick the Hat is a joke. Okay, Rowdy. Well, then they're all jokes because this is just. It seems like they're ramping it up for content.
Yeah, it is because we were. If you guys followed the Brian Laundromat case, I mean, seriously, you guys, this is a joke. This is just freaking a joke. It really just ticks me off because if you go watch Jay is for Justice, Jay is for Justice, she's been going live
every day with Jay.
Times,
she's
every day with Jay.
Sorry.
She's been going live 3, 4, 5 times a day. 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a time, and she is one of the biggest cons out there. All allegedly. Do not take anything Sway says serious. See, it's right there scrolling across. Nothing Sway says is to be taken serious. Anywho, she is the biggest con out there, and she's one of the dumbest YouTubers I've ever seen. She will run with anything given to her. She does not check her facts. She does not do any kind of research. We watched her in the Summer Wells case, but we also watched her in the Laundromat case, the Brian Laundromat, or the Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie case. And she promoted the heck out of Dog the Bounty Hunter and Ernie Shell. And everybody knows what Ernie Shell is like. And Dog the Bounty Hunter and Ernie Shell are supposedly good butt buddies.
Oh well, I don't know if I believe that, but they were trying to tell people that Brian Laundrie was on the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah. So I don't know,
obviously he
so
wasn't.
into when Brian Laundrie went into the what was that called? Reservation or whatever, the national whatever the hell it was. Yeah, your ex Ernie, Rowdy. See, Mama knows best, Rowdy. I told you to stay away from him. What was I saying? Oh, when he went into that swamp thingamajigger, and they said they couldn't find him. Well, I think it was about a week into it, I think. Jays for Justice came on and was doing this big live, and she was all excited, and she was pumping out her Cash App and her everything on there, sound bites, everything, and she was ramping everybody up, and she had credible information that Dog the Bounty Hunter and Ernie Shell was on the Appalachian Trail, and they were hot on the trail of old Brian Laundrie.
Oh Jesus, I remember that.
And then, but once Dog the Bounty Hunter realized that he was being he's being called out, then all of a sudden he broke his leg.
Yeah, and he was also what? No, I think some good. Well, it looks nice.
Go ahead, I'm gonna pull up something.
Sorry.
Oh,
pull up. Go ahead and talk. I'm going to pull up something.
I don't think everybody know that nobody was on the trail for Brian Laundrie.
Brian Laundrie was dead.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't know what is about the drugs. There's something in SF Investigates post about what were they?
Yeah, we'll get that. we'll get to that. Hold on.
Okay, all right.
Oy vey. Why does
Yeah.
all these people just get involved? See, and it's really it kills me because they want to raise all this money for one child.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I
all-
mean?
I know.
It's
And
all
not only that,
bogus.
PJ, but TikTok and that they've apparently raised like 20 something thousand, and
Yeah.
then all these people are raising money for all these blip boards, but like
What about every other
I don't know.
child in person? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's just getting insane. Like it's just getting out of
It's
hand.
because there is something about these two cases, the Summer Wells
Hey
case
Jim.
and the hi Jim, and the Sebastian Rogers case being in Kentucky and the TBI involved, that these people can get away with this stuff. There is something about these two cases, and I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, I haven't figured out how they're getting away with all this shit yet. Hold on one second, guys. Okay.
This way, say Kentucky.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull this up, and I don't think I can get in trouble for
Well,
any
you're
of this.
silly.
Me?
Yeah, you said Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
I said Kentucky?
Didn't you say Kentucky? Or am I hearing things?
I don't know. I don't know why I would have said Kentucky, but I could have.
Don't confuse me.
I'm confused. I want my mommy. Anyway. So if we look at these, you guys, okay, can you guys see these? Do I need to?
Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
So look, Dog the Bounty Hunter, Brian Laundrie, Xander and Ernie Shell.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
that was 2 years ago. Okay, the search for Brian Laundrie in Tennessee. You guys, he wasn't in Tennessee. He was dead. Manhunt for Brian Laundrie, Ernie Shell, Predator Hunter Nation, Brian Laundrie, the Appalachian Trail. This is the one of the ones that old J is for Justice was hammering hard because she had inside information from Ernie Shell and Dog the Bounty Hunter. This is Ernie Shell with Brian Laundrie again.
Predator well, where is Ernie Shell at the moment? He's in prison. Yeah, in jail.
Mr. Chapman at Dog the Bounty Hunter, Ernie Shell. Oh, Benny Keys at JLR joined Dog the Bounty Hunter in the foliage. This one is kind of funny, though. I wish I could play it.
Yeah.
That was kind of
taking the piss.
He's taking the piss out of JLR.
You can play it. You've just got to do fair use.
So Roddy said that you did say Kentucky. I wasn't hearing things.
I did say Kentucky?
Yeah, you just...
I'm shocked.
You've just got to pause like every 30 seconds and do commentary.
As long as it says Creative Commons, you can share it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try. This one's kind of funny, even though I hate Benny Keys.
I mean, how was he going to strike you? Isn't he in jail or something?
How'd you do that, JLR?
Remember those names.
Jesus. Fucking tree.
Kylan Schulte.
Oh, bless.
Crystal Turner.
Shannon, get over here and trim this fucking tree.
They were murdered around August 14th.
All right, that was it.
That was a totally different case, but he's taking the piss.
He was taking the piss out of JLR. And I can't stand Benny, so, but anyway.
It was kind of funny, though.
Dog the Bounty Hunter, Ernie who? Dog the Bounty Hunter on Shell, Keys Reservoir, or Preserve. This is where Brian was supposedly already dead at. But yeah, so see, Dog the Bounty Hunter is nobody in the big scheme of all this stuff. He's just another what do you want to call it? Exploiter. He's not going to find anybody that's with Sebastian unless one of the parents or somebody in those people's inner network knows where Sebastian's at. In my
Well,
opinion.
I mean, isn't Dog ready to like be retired? I mean, like, surely he's, you know,
Nah.
like he was looking pretty old back when he used to do a show. Like, you know, and then he had the thing in the laundry case where he said Brian had gone out on a boat offshore.
Yeah, that's
And
where
he
that
was
one
like
was.
traipsing around those islands and stuff. And it was just,
He
he
said
was
he found a
totally wrong.
campsite.
Like,
Remember him and Noel Ernie said it was on Jays for Justice, and they were all so excited and they were out of breath, and they did this live where they went to Ernie and them live, and Jays for Justice was all excited, and she was like, Ernie, what have you guys found? And they're like, we found a can of Monster in the campsite. We're pretty sure from the people we've been talking to that this was Brian Laundrie's, and we found a backpack and blah 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 that we're pretty sure has the initials of Brian Laundrie in it. You guys, that whole freaking time, Brian Laundrie had been dead.
and then remember Olivia found Gabby Petito's drink bottle, and it was like it was just one that she'd like, you know, obviously went and bought and planted.
So,
but my problem is the one pumping all this out is Jazz for Justice, and she
is pounding.
It's like she's throwing shit at a wall.
She is. She's really, really dumb. And Cher used to use her like you wouldn't believe. Cher would throw her the most ridiculous info, and she would run with it.
Yeah, she did in the Summer Wells case.
And do not let them fool you. They are still working together.
They started this. They started that rumor about the Mexican cartel in the Summer Wells case, and that Don Wells owed the Mexican cartel like $80,000 or something like that. And it was Cher and Jazz for Justice doing this behind the scenes.
Yep. And then old Prayer Garden got in it.
Can I interrupt?
And Prayer Garden came in and tried to say she was the one that wrote the script for Dawn to talk about it.
Sure. Say I can interrupt and then talk.
Sure. Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay. So today, near Brittany, there was a massive school shooting. Just so
yep.
So
where?
I should say that Brittany had a hard day today because there was this school shooting near her.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Brittany's in Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Not another one?
Yeah, we're going to see it increasing this. Yeah.
4 ended up dying, I believe.
Yeah. We're going to see an increase in violence before the election.
Yeah. I think we usually do before the election. And America's a crazy place. A lot of people that live outside of America say it's very, very violent here. So
yeah, I mean, we have the odd shootings in that here, but it's only with people with hunting weapons. We're not allowed like semi-automatics and things like that, you know.
Yeah, we have the most mass shootings, which is horrible.
It's terrible that it's like schools are getting focused on you. 4 deceased, 2 students, 2 teachers, 9 hospitalized. The kid was a 14-year-old. How are these kids getting their hands on weapons? This is what I mean. It's like the last one, remember? And his parents got held accountable for it.
I wonder if his parents will be held accountable because he's 14. If they didn't lock it up.
I wonder.
Yeah, I'd say if they're setting a precedent.
I wonder what 3-letter agency got a hold of this kid and indoctrinated him.
Mm-hmm.
Something to be proud of.
Well, he could be charged as an adult, like Ethan Crumbley did. And
he'll get yeah. I don't think they're going to tolerate this anymore. They're going to really try and crack down on it because
Ethan is in there for the rest of his life. He asked for no parole, But now he's going against what he said because he tried to
Yeah.
say he was underage when he agreed to that. So
Yeah. I could imagine.
I feel sorry for
And
anybody.
how long did his parents get, PJ? 20 years or something?
yeah, they should have got more because they neglected his mental health and everything else. So
Oh, totally. I mean, he was spiraling. You could tell he had something going on. But have give him a weapon when he's like that in that mental state, like that's crazy.
and basically teach him how to shoot. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, that she took her to the
Yeah.
shooting range.
yeah, sad world we live in.
You know, when I was growing up, you guys, and no, PJ, that wasn't in the 1800s.
Are you sure? I'm just kidding.
Yes, I'm positive.
Dun, 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 dun.
But you know, the boys in my school and stuff, they would have shotguns and guns and stuff in the back of their trucks and bring them to school all the time because they were hunters.
Yeah.
And you didn't see
Yeah.
them.
Well, the times they
try
are
to
changing.
shoot up a school.
But they didn't have that many mental ailments back then. They didn't have that many. Well, they had the chemicals, but they weren't as abused back then. You know what I mean? And there's a lot more things around now.
Yeah, and meth has become a lot bigger now than
Right.
it was.
Not many
And meth
chemicals.
makes people have drug-induced psychosis and all sorts of things.
Is that an archer?
Yeah, that's a Sagittarius.
Yeah. You just said to
It
listen.
doesn't mess around and bring it over.
That's
Well,
definitely a good.
apparently also, oh, sorry. Just before I forget, there is a law enforcement agency that's currently getting raided by a TBI.
TBI.
they
Why
haven't
is
rel-
the TBI in it?
Yeah,
Shouldn't it
I
be
don't
the
know.
GBI instead of the TBI?
No. This is in Tennessee. There's something. It's in Hendersonville. This law enforcement agency. It's not the one. It's not Sumner County, but it's one in White House. There's something going on around White House, which is where Chris and that grew up. But the whole law enforcement agency is under lockdown. Like the TBI's in there. There was a news footage of it. So I don't know what that means.
Are you talking about the Georgia shooting?
No, I'm talking about Sebastian's case. Sorry.
Oh,
I just thought before I forget to tell you, there's some kind of internal investigation with the TBI going into I don't know. It was WK something.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I don't know what's going on at the moment. Like there's all sorts of crazy things. But if someone can get on Twitter and have a look at SF's posts, because they're really
We'll get there. Hold on.
Does
all right, I'm just gonna mute for a minute.
Does SF say that they're getting investigated, or does
Hi, Stacy's mom.
does the law say they're getting investigated?
Here's the thing. Did you guys hear
it was on the news
conference?
PJ.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to go back to the Georgia thing for just 1 second. Did you guys hear in that conference with the Georgia shooting? They kept saying TBI. Did you guys hear that?
GBI.
Yeah, it's TBI. But I swear they said TBI.
I think they said.
Of course, I did have a Q-tip in my ear, so they may have said it. Anywho.
Did you put closed captions on?
No. I had a Q-tip in my ear and I had my glasses on so I couldn't see or hear. I know, I knew it was GBI, but I swear they kept saying TBI. I'm just glad they didn't say
on the shooting thing.
The Aries are yelling at you right now.
Yeah, I hear I hear them.
Hi, Stacey's mom.
No, there is TBI stuff going down, but that's in Tennessee, not in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
so here
TBI
we
stuff
go.
going down as well.
I want to do this real fast though before we go
All I
into
knew
the
was the
SF.
jail where Seth.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Hold on.
Oh, you must not speak Southern. You're not allowed to speak in a Southern accent now. You're not allowed to pretend that you're Southern.
Oh, you can't pretend like Earth?
No, it's called what was it? Bigot.
Kamala
Big accent.
changes her accent too. Have you noticed that? Kamala Harris.
But Earth was talking in the Southern drawl.
Yeah, Earth sucked that apparently out of Savage's butt.
The helium out of Savage's rear end.
Yeah, the hot air.
From the beans and the ham hocks. That was a joke. That was a joke. I eat beans and ham hocks, and I've been accused of having.
If anyone's watched Earth, the Californian try and speak Southern, it's really quite funny. And she goes, "Honey," like tries to talk like it. Sorry,
let's see.
I'm changing the subject. What are we talking about?
I'm trying to pull up Sebastian's chart real fast because I want to go over something. I mean,
before you bring up those posts.
That's okay with PJ. PJ, is that okay?
What?
Is it okay if we go over the Sebastian's chart?
Why you ask me if it's okay? It's your live. I just wanted you to listen.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Listen to me for 2 seconds. That's all.
Yeah.
I wanted the floor for 2 seconds.
Okay. Why did that do that? All right. Oh man. I've been having the worst. I can't wait till after September 11th when Mercury gets out of the shadow period of the retrograde because it's been messing with me bad. I just found it. Now I lost it. Doxy, tell them all about the latest in the
Sebastian's case.
Yeah. Will I find this again?
Well, I can't really tell without like bringing those Twitter posts up because they don't actually make sense to me. I don't know what Jay's putting out there, but SF Investigates is putting out there, and then there's Dog the Bounty Hunter and Nick the Hat. It's a
there we go.
PI agency called The Night or In the Night or something like that, and they are dropping all these things about drugs in Sebastian's case, and I can't.
Yeah, I got it.
Can't really
I got it, and I'll read it here in just a minute. I got it. I just want to go over this chart real fast because it's very interesting what they're saying right now versus what I told you guys that was in this chart.
Yeah, right, Brittany.
So he's
what SF is posting is like almost like Dog does press releases. Yeah, what SF's posting is almost a little bit overboard. Like, didn't he's accused someone of murmur?
Yeah, SF is not he's not in my opinion, remember right there across screen down there, scrolling across. Don't take anything I say seriously.
In Sway's opinion.
SF sucks.
Only.
SF sucks.
Hang on a minute.
God, let's see. Okay. So this is Nick at Night. Who's Granny? Whose Granny said that? Anywho, let's see. Okay, so this chart is the chart of Sebastian that I put
Nick at Night.
a while back.
Sorry.
Who's Nick at Night? Isn't that like Nickelodeon?
Isn't Nick
It's
Night?
Nick the Hat, but at night is the PI agency.
Oh,
That's working with dog.
okay.
So yeah, it all sounds very, and the fact that Jay's putting it out makes me wonder how legit this all is.
Jay. Yeah, it's not legit in my opinion. But anyway, so
They're
can you
getting
guys see
people
the
into
chart?
a frenzy. Yep.
Okay, so
Zoom in if you guys need.
the ascendant sign on this is Sebastian's chart for the 6:30 a.m. on February 26th. They supposedly called called 911. It's at 9 degrees of Pisces. And the Pisces here is where I said that I thought that he could have been drugged. Because the ruler of Pisces, his ruler sits in his first house. That's usually means somebody that is unconscious. And this rules drugs. At the 26 degrees, that's stomach. So to me, I said way back when, and I'm still saying it now, that I think he was drugged. Now, the thing that really gets me is that the moon sits in the perpetrator's 7th house. The moon represents a mother. And it's at the 5th, the ruler of the moon, or the moon rules the 5th house, and the 5th house of Sebastian's chart would have been something or somewhere where they went to have fun. And supposedly, didn't Katie take him to eat and have ice cream and stuff like that the night?
Katie did. The weekend, the weekend, the Saturday and Sunday they did, they went to eat and stuff.
So the 5th house of fun and activities is sitting in the first house of the perpetrator. But the moon sitting here really, really bothers me, because that means the mother was with the perpetrator. And if we look at the Mercury's, this is Virgo. The ruler of Virgo is Mercury. That's a step. Okay? A step. So it's conjunct the sun. The sun represents father. It's stepfather in the 12th house, meaning Sebastian didn't know he was there. Sebastian didn't know that Chris was there. Or a step-parent. Somebody of the step-parent. It's a father because it's the sun. And if you look at it, it's right conjunct Saturn, and Saturn is death. So at 6:30, in my opinion, the Saturn sitting here in Sebastian's first house is death. And it rules the 11th house of Sebastian's, which to me, that is the 5th house of a perpetrator. The 5th house of a perpetrator is their first child. So he's putting a stop somehow to his child being around Sebastian. But I had said the very, very, very beginning that I thought he was drugged. Now, if we go back to what SF is putting out, now I do not like SF. I do not like J is for Justice.
He put 2 posts out. He put one, and then he put one to kind of like damage control, because he basically just spewed out a whole lot of stuff, and people were like, what the freak?
I don't have
and then
the
he did
full.
another.
Does anybody have the full post that he put out? That SF put out? I have some of it.
PJ, do you have Twitter?
You don't follow him on Twitter?
Hell no, I don't have Twitter. I used to have
like
Twitter.
him. I don't follow him
I
on
used
Twitter.
to have a big following on Twitter, but then I got kicked off for posting stuff about Trump.
I mean, I love SF so very much that I follow him.
You might. Well,
I hope you're
it might
joking.
be easier if PJ shares her screen, if she can pull it up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Hold on.
He did
We'll
one
let
post
PJ
and then he
read
did
it.
another one like really quickly
one do you
afterwards
want?
because Jay is the second to last one, maybe. I think the one before he did the damage control, the one where he's stating in there about the drugs.
The one about the drugs?
Who's Robin?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Robin was, I guess, his like
Duggan
partner or
goes-
some crap.
Nobody can really figure out what this is all about. It actually seems like it's all like a big sort of stunt, like
I
them
don't
dropping
follow it.
all this shit at the same time.
All right, I share it with you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
do you want to read it? Oh shit, I can't read that.
Zoom in. Jump.
Ooh, now I can read it. Woohoo!
At
Can you read
night.
it?
So at
Oh, this
night
is
is
from
the
Tony Mathis.
PI.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
from Tony Mathis.
Which is really
This-
odd.
This press release is from Dog's Group.
Okay, go ahead.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. At Night has been retained by a private individual or entity to provide services to Seth Rogers, the father of Sebastian Rogers, to assist in the search for Sebastian and facilitate the arrest and prosecution of the individual or individuals responsible for his disappearance. This collaboration is, I can't say that word.
Contingent.
On Seth Rogers' full and continued cooperation, which
Which he has already
demonstrated. At Night will act independently from law enforcement, applying its own rigorous protocols and treating all persons of interest with equal scrutiny. Information will be shared with federal law enforcement officials in real time, ensuring a cohesive and transparent flow of actionable intelligence throughout the investigation. And then it just talks about At Night's commitment. And then, okay, so this puts out the drug names.
Yeah.
So the drugs names is they're trying to investigate the techniques and methodologies of the drugs, such as hypnotization and strategic use of psychoactive compounds and ethanol,
scopolamine.
Okay, you can say the drug name.
Yeah. I don't know about that 3 I don't know that one. Benzolate, midazolam, flunitrazepam, sodium thiopental, which is the truth serum, amobarbital, among others. These substances employed in control settings are part of At Night's approach to extract critical information from subjects who may be otherwise unwilling or unable to cooperate. So they're basically talking about drugging people, which just does not make sense.
That's what I was getting at. Like, how can they drug people?
Midazolam is like what they give you before you go under for an operation. Like it's like almost an anesthetic, like it knocks you out. But then the second post, he kind of explained some of that because people are like, holy shit, what are they talking about? At Night in concert with, I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I was trying
Oh.
to see the second post.
Sorry for taking over.
No, it's fine.
It's just some of those drugs I know the names because, like, I was listening to Jazz for Justice trying to pronounce them. I was like, oh, she
All right, here's the second post because it says.
Okay.
I get nervous when I'm on a panel. That's why I'm like stuttering a little bit.
You're fine.
All right, so I'm sharing the screen now, Sway. So he says, to be completely clear, it doesn't matter whether it's with or against a person's will. It is illegal to prescribe any narcotic medication without legitimate medical purpose. Extracting a coerced confession is not a medical purpose and is a violation of law.
So I don't understand what he's trying to say here. It's like they're contradicting each other, those two posts.
So he's just explaining that, like, they can't legally do this. Like, they can't legally drug somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So SF is saying that they can't do this. And Tony is trying to say that that's what they want to do to whoever.
Okay, so SF is calling out Nick the Hat and Dog the Bounty Hunter for that post about basically drugging people to try and get the truth out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is crazy.
This is the law that he's referring to that says that you can't do that unless it has like a purpose. Which you can't give narcotics to anybody unless there is a purpose, because you can get people addicted. And
if they're not prescribed for that particular person, it's actually against the law, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, none of these people have the ability to give anybody drugs. The only ones that can do that is a licensed physician.
Okay, so SF is actually calling them out. See, that's where I got confused. I wasn't too sure whether this was... Yeah, so SF he retweeted their post and then he's calling them out saying they can't be saying that stuff, like, or doing that stuff. Right. So that makes me very fishy about the whole PI thing involved with Tony, Seth, Nick the Hat, and Dog the Bounty Hunter. I really don't
Dog
know.
the Bounty Hunter is experienced enough in law enforcement. He knows better than do shit like this, you guys. He knows better.
Yeah.
So
I think Dog might
This is exactly why I said that this does not, none of this. I think this is all to exploit this case.
So
and
this
the second
is the
thing is,
this is
like
the
a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
This is the rest of the thing. It says at night in concert with Doug and Nick is augmenting the existing $50K FBI reward with an additional $50K, bringing the total bounty for critical information to $100K. This enhanced reward is designed to encourage the public to come forward with any information that could lead directly to Sebastian's recovery and the conviction. So they're saying recovery, like recovery means that they're deceased.
Yeah.
And the conviction of individuals involved in his disappearance. At night, renowned among the elite for their discretion and effectiveness, has been retained to assist the family and is now stepping into the spotlight to aid in the search for Sebastian, announced John whatever counsel for at night.
And this, you guys, but isn't it weird that the mentioning of these drugs goes along with the chart I just read?
Yeah. And what makes them so sure that Sebastian's deceased, or someone is, you know, like they keep saying the conviction of individuals involved? Like, why are they so sure that...
Because if you guys go back and look, the FBI does not normally put such a high reward money out on a single case. There's a lady that is wanted in Mexico right now for killing her son, and her reward's only $25,000, and the FBI just put that out. So why did they put a $50,000 reward out on Sebastian's case? Something's not adding up with any of this, in my opinion. But whenever Dog the Bounty Hunter gets involved, especially with Jays for Justice involved in all this, something's fishy, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's some kind of publicity stunt.
Yeah.
So this part mentions something about. So after they say the drugs, right?
Right.
And that these are highly dangerous substances, and it is mind-boggling to think this idea came from Seth and Tony's think tank. I'm beginning to believe Seth may have killed Sebastian. I've always believed this was a runaway situation, but with his behavior, I think there is a high probability Seth is a murderer, and Tony thinks he's some sort of fixer. Probably because...
Yeah, this is SF, right?
Yeah, but...
SF is putting this out publicly?
Yeah, but
yeah,
that doesn't see that here on this press release. So is that what SF thinks? Because that's on this side. You guys see where I'm scrolling? On that side where it's written? This side, you guys see right here? The black and white?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it's written.
So who's on which side is this on?
Where SF, see right here? You see yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh. Well, that is very
and
Bedazzling is an extremely potent sedative, yeah.
And he
Rehypnol is famously known as the date rape drug.
Yeah.
Rupee?
He accused Crystal and made up some stuff about Crystal and Harmony's case, that there was evidence of that. That's why I say, like, I don't...
He did some damage in the Kylie Rodney case, too.
Yeah, so that's why I, like, try not to believe much of what SF puts out there, because a lot of it is speculation.
But for a private
and I wonder if they mention this on like Sorry, I wonder if they mentioned that on TikTok or something, like they were going, oh, we could use what, the truth serum to get the truth out of Katie and Chris or something like that. I'm just thinking outside the box, and I don't know. I just
chat if you guys want to
who put that shit out publicly? You guys, this is all a PR stunt. It's all a PR stunt.
Extremely.
First off, Dog the Bounty Hunter's not stupid enough to put something like that out. Second of all, Seth wouldn't. I mean, he could say it, but they're not really going to do it. And SF is a freaking private investigator. He has no business whatsoever putting out that he thinks that Seth did something to Sebastian. First and foremost, if Chris was a Seth was a suspect.
Nobody's a suspect.
If Seth was a suspect,
law enforcement already said it.
Yeah. Well, why would this PI people be working with him? Like, I don't understand.
Well, Jays for Justice and all of them are saying that Seth's still a suspect. That the only ones that have been cleared was Katie and Chris.
Yeah.
All of them. All of them are running with the fact that they said that Chris has not been, or Seth has not been cleared.
I knew this was going to ramp up as soon as that reward went out. Like, I knew this was going to, like, I freaking knew it. This is what happened in Summer's case. This is when all the weirdos start coming out and all the fake stories and Jay for Justice is going live 3 times a day. Seth, Katie, and Chris have never been suspects. No, they've all cooperated with law enforcement, and they think there is no foul play involved. So,
okay, so then why are all these YouTubers putting out that Seth and Katie and Chris were all suspects, The only ones cleared so far was Katie and Chris, but Seth hasn't been cleared supposedly. That's what they've been running with all day today.
That's what Bullhorn Betty says. If you watch,
Yeah,
if
and
people
Seth said
actually
that.
watch the press conference and actually listen to the press conference or whatever, the interview with the law enforcement, they'll know that they don't suspect anybody. There hasn't been proven any foul play, and they have been in that house God knows how many times, searching it, going through it, and everything else.
If people would just go to the TBI page and run with the actual facts that are listed under this case, then there wouldn't be any of this speculation. Because people are making up stuff in their heads.
So in other words, these YouTubers are full of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
They have been since day one. If they just follow the facts under the TBI header, there wouldn't be anything to speculate on. So where did he go? Bermuda Triangle.
He went.
I do think it's really odd that Sebastian disappeared on the date, 8 years exactly, of the date of the Katie and Seth's divorce. I think that's odd. And I think the fact that Seth got GoFundMe 3 days after his son had disappeared, how would he know that he needed a GoFundMe?
Well, I do not believe that Sebastian walked out of that house. I do not believe that at all. But I also don't. I don't. Now, how would Seth have gotten into that house?
Well, there's something that stood out to me a while back, and Seth mentioned that he had given he was talking about giving Sebastian a second phone, like a secret phone that, he could contact Sebastian on. I don't know if that's true. It just stood out to me. And then old Terry Lynn, who sits in car parks, she said she parked outside the Proudfoot's house, and she could get into the neighbor's Wi-Fi. And I was like, oh my God, what if he was sneaking out at night to use a second phone to hook into the neighbor's Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
That just because he was banned from the Wi-Fi at home, they wouldn't let him use it. So I just wondered if the neighbors had an open Wi-Fi, if he was going out at night and, he got lured out by someone. That's the only thing I can think.
Yeah, but I just don't see how. I don't know. Some just doesn't. You would have thought that he would have been wandering around.
Yeah, I just don't
think would have seen him.
I don't think he's deceased for some reason, because there was another child.
I don't think he's wandering. Yeah, I don't think he wandered off. I think he would have been found.
I don't think he's alive. That's just my opinion.
I think he's with, if he is alive, I think he's with somebody. He got picked up.
Oh yeah, if he's alive, yeah, I definitely agree. He's being held somewhere.
Because there was another child with autism, a boy, that they ended up finding. Well, it's a little bit more time now, but I believe he was in a shed or something like that he hid there. But they found him a little bit sooner than Sebastian. But I'm just saying, it does happen.
The other thing was Sebastian was taking risperidone at night, which would knock out a horse pretty much, I think. I think it was risperidone. So if he took his night meds, how was he still awake at midnight to sneak out?
That's why I said there's no way he walked out of that house.
I used to, when I took night meds when I was younger, I used to, because I have ADHD, so I can fight my night meds. I do it right now, every night.
Okay, guys, let's put our thinking hats on, like Blue's Clues. Think. What would be the motive? Let's just put it this way. Okay, so if Seth did it, let's just say if Seth did it, hypothetically, what would have been his motive?
If it was Seth?
Yeah, just the money.
Not well, maybe a money grab, but also I think he's like really, really like butthurt that
Clondine is
Katie divorced
awful.
him. There's some kind of like vendetta almost. My daughter took clonidine. She has ADHD.
Clonidine is awful. My son had to take it when he was 3, and oh my god, it knocked him out. He was walking around like a zombie. I
Well,
took
she
him
took
off
it
of
at
it.
night before bed, but she was also on ADHD medication. She had ADHD impulsivity.
Yeah, the weird thing is, like, Seth goes, oh, when Sebastian used to come stay with me, I wouldn't give him his medications
Oh,
and stuff. Like, he wouldn't.
Robin. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Huh?
Robin?
Who the hell's Robin again?
Robin
Sorry.
Rogers is Seth's mum.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Robin. Yeah, Brittany, I think Robin is a little bit sus, and she hasn't been
yeah.
back since March. She hasn't been back since the end of March.
She would have been
April. No, hang
investigated
on.
though.
March, maybe May, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, she hasn't been back. I think it's since the end of March or May. May, it must be May. Which is odd. Like, if the grandmother was that concerned, why wouldn't she have come back to help?
She would have been
I
investigated,
don't know.
surely. Oh, of course, this is a
Yeah,
TBI,
man.
so.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm following chat. Sorry, I'm not even paying attention.
I just think all the stuff that's just dropped is almost like a PR stunt for them to keep, like, you know, to keep the publicity and the, you know, I don't know. She has some anger towards Katie too. And then for JLR to say that he thinks there's a criminal investigation going on with Seth and Tony involved, I have never thought that young man was deceased.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
think so.
I don't. It's been 6 months. Yeah, it has been. It's 6 months too long.
Well, people have been found after 40 years, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
I mean, looking at your chart, you think he's deceased, but
Yeah, I do. If he's alive, he is. I think he's with somebody, but I really don't think he's alive, you guys. I really don't. And the reason I said that is because that Saturn sits there, and Saturn is death.
But we won't. I bet that. We'll just have to hope that you're wrong.
Did they have life insurance on him? Anybody have a life insurance on him?
Seth did, but it was a Gerber policy from when he was a baby.
Oh, yeah, Gerber's nothing. Gerber's actually kind of a off.
The talk is that Seth has made between $100,000 and $200,000 off his missing son.
Oh, just imagine what these YouTubers have made. That's nothing.
Yeah.
So what about Scorpio?
That's what.
Hold on. What was your topic tonight?
Are we going back on topic?
Are you laughing at me? No, there was a topic about Scorpios, so I was just asking.
Oh, no,
I'll be
it was
quiet again.
No, I'm just kidding. No, the topic, I was gonna do some stuff on the on some of these cases, but I wanted to really get this off my chest because this stuff with Dog the Bounty Hunter is just plain ridiculous. Honest to God, it's ridiculous. And these people run with this crap. It's just
Yeah,
but
and
it's like hitting your head up against a wall when you try to explain stuff, you know, like you're never going to get these people to stop grifting. You're never going to get them to stop talking about stuff that's not grifting.
Well, there was also something that just came out. Oh, it's actually been a while, but it's true. It was on the news that the jail that Seth was working for, they were under investigation. Someone was bringing in opiates and into the jail, and people were overdosing and stuff. And someone was bringing in contraband, and they said it must have been someone on the take, because so they were investigating people in the jail because people were overdosing, and there's no way they can get in when they're arrested. It has to come in some other way. So that's
but what
also
would that have to
speculation
do
out
with
there now that it was Seth that's under investigation for that. Oh, it's a joke. What did you say?
Huh?
Oh,
It don't.
sorry, I missed that.
But
My mind is just going overtime.
but what would him bringing
mean,
drugs into the jail have anything to do with Sebastian? I mean,
Well, people are looking at it as like, okay, if you're getting involved with these criminals in the jail, doing little favors, what if they blackmail you and you say, no, I'm not going to do it anymore? So they turn around and they blackmail them. They're like, well, we're going to tell, your boss,
but then
or we,
yeah,
or they're going to, or they get out.
PJ dropped.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of it's just like, throwing shit to a wall. I think.
Yeah,
See what's
a lot
there.
of it is just distraction. A lot of this has probably nothing at all to do with Sebastian. Just like
No,
when they
because
were
this is
bringing up
exactly
Dawn
what they
and
did in
Candace down
Summer's
in the
case.
Bears. Yeah, like
Yeah,
they were bringing up
and then
Dawn
they
and
said he
Candace
was
down in
involved with the
Bears.
Mexican mafia and all that shit. Like, and people believed it. Like, he owed the Mexican mafia $80,000. That's why Summer's gone. And
yeah,
and look what happened. They're still 3 years later, and they're still not arrested for anything. So
I think PJ's upset. I hit her ice cream.
About
on
what?
Her. Oh, I hit her ice cream on her. It was a joke. And I hit it on her, and now she's really ticked off at me.
She's like,
Kidding.
F you. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Isn't there still an investigation with all of that? Don't think his name was included, but maybe possibly down the line, not sure. Yeah, they didn't. I don't think they named anyone, Brittany, but I know that they're all throwing it out there at the moment, like, oh, are you involved with that, Seth? Are you part of that? Like, is that why you're not back at the jail, like working again? I agree, Sway, nothing to do with Sebastian. Yeah, I think we should just be careful what you believe with these people, because it seems like they're throwing a hell of a lot of stuff out all at the same time, and it's just caused a bit of a frenzy.
It just really upsets me, because these people will run with anything. They will grift. They will do anything. And
yeah,
go get a damn job.
The fact that these PIs have been retained for Seth and are working on behalf of Seth, and then they throw all this stuff out there, makes me really just question everything. I thought they did have some people they caught already with it. Oh, I'm not sure, Brittany. As far as I've seen, there was one lady. They caught one lady. I don't know if the investigation is still open or if it's closed. I've only heard bits of it though. Yeah, same.
Did PJ come back up? I'm on the other screen. Hold on.
I can't see her. Is she in the back?
Oh, she just texted me.
Oh,
hold on.
Is she okay?
It says, I'm going out to get me some. What? The fuck? I'm kidding.
Going to get some ice cream?
No, I was just kidding. Yeah, she dropped down. I don't know if she's having trouble with her internet. Okay, so I guess we'll go on topic so she can come back up here. She's mad that I didn't go on topic. I'm kidding. Shit.
What were you doing tonight? Mysteries.
Yeah, I didn't want to even remember what the hell I was doing. I have to go back on my thumbnail. I
did a bit of homework last night, and I've got a mystery. I've got some dates and times of a couple of mysterious murders.
Where's Max at? He's usually in here by now.
I'm sure he'll come a running as soon as you say his name.
Let's see. The Black
Yeah,
Dahlia.
PJ's the favorite.
That's the one. PJ is the favorite, y'all. And that's because she brings me ice cream. The other ones don't. Kidding. Just kidding.
PJ, I want peanut butter ice cream. I want to try some.
I was just going to say that about the peanuts. She brings me peanut butter ice cream.
I love like Reese's, anything like that. Like anything peanut butter. Brittany, she's all our favorite.
Have you guys? So I'm sure you guys all heard about the Black Dahlia, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that's one of the ones that we're going to do tonight on the astrology chart on. Let's see if I can find it again. I have so many tabs open.
So good.
There we go. Now I gotta go back over here. Talking to myself. Okay. Alrighty. Can you guys see that? I'm gonna try to blow this one up here a little bit.
Yeah.
Good golly. Now where'd it go? I'm telling you guys, this Mercury retrograde.
She's learning how to drive, guys. She's learning how to drive.
I have a chauffeur. His name's Orbit.
Oh, link for PJ.
It's in the chat.
Please.
Hold on. Let me drop
Is it
again.
still there? No? Might not. Yeah, it might be right at the top.
There we go.
Link. Drop a link. There we go. Hey, were you trying to go full screen, Sway, or?
Yeah, I gotta wait for. GPJ,
Okay,
we're going back on topic. You didn't have to drop down.
I thought I
She had to go and collect your ice cream.
No, I thought I smelled gas in my
Where
kitchen,
is...
but it was the motorcycle thing that they
now
used.
How do we get it back over there?
You got DoorDashed ice cream, right, PJ?
I wish.
I can't hear it?
I wish. I thought I smelled gas in my kitchen.
Oh, shit.
So I got paranoid. My son's making fun of me. It's okay.
Maybe your son floofed. Maybe he floofed.
Right.
Oh, okay. Now, let's see if I can get it back over here. I don't know what the hell I did. Son of a bitch.
What is that?
Do not tell me I lost all of my stuff. Oh,
can you just like press the back button, or
there is no back button on this?
Did I mess her all up?
Oh, shit.
No.
No.
Oh Lord, there it is.
Did you say you were bored?
Yeah.
You can
I said I'm
now?
bored.
Oh, don't look at previous. Now we're gonna look at previous comments.
Okie dokie. This is the Black Dahlia. Okay. So it says on January 15th, 1947, the remains of 22-year-old Elizabeth Short, aka the Black Dahlia, were found on the block of 3800 South Norton Avenue in Los Angeles. The body was cut in half and so pale and drained of blood that the woman who found the body mistook it for a mannequin at first. The body was cut with surgical precision, leaving no trauma to internal organs and bones. Her face was also cut from her mouth to her ears, leaving an eerie, permanent smile. There was no blood on the ground, making it believed that the body had been moved before she had been murdered, or after she had been murdered. 9 days after the discovery, an envelope was sent to the examiner addressed by using an individual cut and paste letters from magazines and newspapers. It read, "The Los Angeles Examiner and other Los Angeles papers, here in Dahlia's belongings, letter to follow." As promised, the envelope contained shorts, social security card, birth certificate, photographs, names written on pieces of paper, in an address book with pages missing, and the name Mark Hansen embossed on the cover. Gasoline was used to clean it. On March 14th, a suicide note scrawled in pencil on a bit of paper was found tucked into a shoe in a pile of men's clothing by the ocean's edge at the foot of the Breeze Avenue in Venice. The note read, "To whom it may concern, I have waited for the police to capture me for the Black Dahlia killing, but have not. I am too much of a coward to turn myself in. So this is the best way out for me. I couldn't help myself for that or this. Sorry, Mary." The pile of clothes was first seen by the beach caretaker, who reported the discovery to the lifeguard captain, John Dillon. Dillon immediately notified the West Los Angeles Police Station. The clothes included a coat, trousers of blue herringbone tweed, a brown and white shirt, white jockey shorts, tan socks, a tan moccasin, shoes about size 8. Oh, that's small. That's small for a guy. However, the clothes gave no clue about the identity of the owner. Okie dokie. So I put it for the January 15th, 1947, and I just put 9 a.m. And this is for the when they found her body. And it starts at 1 degree of Pisces. 1 degree is to begin, or the start of, or your head, red. In the sign of Pisces, Pisces is water or the ocean. It also means hidden or unknown. Could be drugs. I believe they said this address was near the ocean. I believe they said that, or near water. Anyway, so the ruler of this ascendant sign is Neptune. And Neptune in this chart is in the sign of the 7th house. So that means it's in the perpetrator's first house. So this, to me, tells me that the perpetrator is a doctor, or was a doctor of some sort. Pisces represents doctor, 7th house, which is the first house of the perpetrator. In the 10th house, which means that he was probably a surgeon.
I put doctor in the chat.
Yeah, the doctor is Capricorn, or 10th house. 10 degrees is Capricorn. Capricorn is bones. Neptune is doctor. He's probably a surgeon. And he's probably older. And Neptune usually means somebody of shorter than normal stature. So I have, in my birth chart, I have Pisces as my ascending sign at the 1st degree as well. And I'm shorter than average. I'm only 5'4". So the perpetrator's first house is at 1 degrees Aries, which is, again, somebody that works with instruments. Mercury, or in Virgo. Virgo is also a doctor. Can be a doctor. So this, I believe that whoever this guy was a doctor. So Mercury, the ruler of his is Gemini, or Mercury, and it sits in his 5th house, and it's in her 11th house. So she was a client of this doctor. The 11th house is clients. So she was a client of this doctor. And it sits in his 5th house. And the 5th house is somebody that has like love for or an infatuation for. So he was infatuated with her. He may have even been her childhood doctor since it's in Gemini, or Mercury's the ruler of Gemini.
She wasn't in her hometown though, like her childhood town. Like she'd moved to the LA.
Yeah.
Black Dahlia,
Well,
MJ.
that might be. Then that might mean he was a. Maybe she was pregnant, or maybe she had had a child, because this is Mercury in Capricorn. To me, this says that he was somehow. Well, if he was a surgeon, I guess he could see anybody, so it wouldn't just be children. But Mercury's his ruler in the sign of Capricorn. Still bone doctor is my guess. Surgeon. And it's conjunct Mars, which is another. Mars also is surgeon, and it's instruments, and it's blood. And the sign of Capricorn, which means that there was no blood. Capricorn means no or none. And it's conjunct the sun, which again is a man. So it's a surgeon. And he was probably the best in that area. He was probably one of the best, because the sun represents to be the best. I can't see any comments because I'm on the other side.
Do you know who they suspect in the case? Have you ever heard who they suspect, or?
Just a second. Let me see. Now I gotta find the damn page again. Son of a bitch. There we go. No, I didn't read that. I guess I didn't read that part of it. Because they said that well, they thought he must have been some kind of a surgical, because they said the body was cut with surgical precisions.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine they probably thought the same, that he was a doctor or a surgeon. Now her co-ruler is Aries, so Mars is her co-ruler. Again, Mars is her co-ruler, and it's in her 11th house. So she was a client. There's no other doubt about this. Whoever this man is, she was a client of his. So I wonder, I'm going to go look. Can somebody look up and see if they ever pinpointed a certain doctor or anybody that might have been?
Yeah, they did.
Suspect?
Yeah, they did. Hang on.
And what kind of doctor he was?
If I might get booted, but we'll do it. I'll try. Yeah.
I'm looking to.
Let's see. The 10th house of reputation is Sagittarius. So the ruler is Jupiter at the 22nd degree of to kill or be killed in the sign of Scorpio. Again, is to kill or be killed, but it's also surgery. But it's in set.
From Boston.
I don't know where she was. This just says she was found in the
LA.
Well, she was originally from Boston.
Okay.
Okay, so Dr. Hodel his son came out years later, and his son, Dr. Hodell's son, was a police officer or a detective, and he came out and said that he believes his father was actually the person who did it, and he had quite a bit of evidence, and he said they wouldn't even look at the case. Dr. Hodell lived in Hollywood. He lived in LA. He was a very successful, very wealthy doctor.
Mhm.
My father killed the Black Dahlia. There's clips. I'm
it
just
say what
looking on
kind of
YouTube at
doctor?
the moment.
Does it say what kind of doctor he was?
I'd probably have to Google it. Hang on. Let me. Doctor.
The funny thing about this is that it has
Here we go.
Uranus in her 4th house, which usually means suicide. So he must have tried at some point that, or she had suicidal
It
thoughts.
says some guy named Walter Baylor was a 67-year-old man. Are you sure it was the other guy? Hold on.
Whoever it was a doctor.
George Hill Hodell Jr. was an American physician and a suspect in the murder of Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia. He was never formally charged with the crime, but at
Yeah, 'cause I don't know. I guess there's a few theories too.
Did she drop down?
I don't know. She's still there.
Sorry, you couldn't hear any of that?
No.
Okay. He was a gynecologist. And they think that she might have gone to see him for something that she contracted, or like a back alley termination or something like that.
Yep.
Was he charged in it?
No, he was a suspect. But
No, he was a suspect, but he died.
Well, in some cases they do still charge deceased people, but
see, both of his children, both of his kids actually thought he was responsible.
He is. This guy is the one that's responsible because the 10th house ruler, which is the reputation, is Jupiter. Jupiter sits in the. Hold on, let me get back to it. Dang it, I lost the.
Oh my God, he did confess.
Yeah. So
what's his name again?
George Hill Hodell. Hodel. Hodel.
Yeah. So
And
he was a gynecologist.
Hold
yeah.
on.
But he would have been a surgeon first. Like he would have, he wouldn't have started off being a gynecologist. He would have been.
There are things saying that he wasn't the one though.
He was. He definitely was.
Well, because it's his spouse. Because there's numerous suspects, so I'm looking.
Yeah. Well, this guy is. The chart says that it's the guy that's the gynecologist, the doctor, because, and I'll tell you guys why. Because the ruler Saturn that sits as Saturn rules his clients. The ruler of Saturn sits in the 6th house, which means that she went there to see him as a doctor. So she went there for health problems, and it's conjunct Pluto. Pluto is your reproductive system. So she went there because he was a gynecologist. And it's in the 12th house. The 12th house is diseases. I mean,
Yep.
the 12th degree, Pisces, diseases. In the sign of Leo, which means she was probably also pregnant or had been pregnant at some point, because the sun is in the 11th house of clients and in Capricorn, which is death. So the baby died. Something, because Leo is child. In this Capricorn is death.
Well, he impregnated his daughter.
Well,
Yeah,
there you go.
like he was like a real like creeper, like total creeper.
So he might have impregnated her.
I've got here, George Hill Hodel confessed to the Black Dahlia murder and other crimes in the mid-20th century. The transcripts were found in the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office in the early 2000s. So, did you hear that?
Well,
Yep, interesting.
He was an American physician and a suspect in the murder of Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia. He was never formally charged the crime, but at the time, police considered him a viable suspect, and 2 of his children believed he was guilty. But he was never found guilty.
His son has investigated the case, and he's an ex-detective or law enforcement officer, and he believes his father did it.
Yep, he did do it, according to the chart.
Yeah. But he's dead, I mean, you know, so they could never really prove it, but...
That's interesting. I'm glad we did that.
It is. Yeah, I thought you knew.
I never
Oh,
looked
how
it
did he
up.
know her? Oh, here we go. Listen to this. Steve Hodel believes his father met Short at his venereal disease clinic in downtown LA and may have seen her outside the office as well. In 1950, the district attorney's office was told Hodel did associate with Beth Short.
Yep. So, Saturn conjunct Pluto could also mean she was pregnant. Saturn, again, represents death. Pregnancy is Pluto. So, she may have had an abortion, but she was definitely there for venereals. 12 degrees of Pisces is venereal disease.
Yeah, I think he was doing back alley terminations.
Okay. Let's see. So then we have, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of this one. You might have, though. Her name was Elisa Lim.
Yep. At the hotel, she was found in the water tank.
Yeah, Elisa Lam.
Elisa Lam.
Now they said she was from Canada. That she had come to Los Angeles on vacation. Let's see.
She was suffering like severe depression, maybe bipolar.
Yeah, she was 20. Let's see. Some said she was 21, and others say she was 20. Yeah, okay, 21. Okay, so she was a 21 Canadian that had come down to Los Angeles, and she checked into the Cecil Hotel.
Seasonal.
On, let's see, January January 26, 2013, when she checked into the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. She arrived by Amtrak train to San Diego as part of a solo trip along the West Coast as a short getaway from her studies. Her intended final destination was Santa Cruz. On January 31st, 2013, Lamb moves hotel rooms. 3 days into her stay at the Cecil, Lamb was moved from a hostel-style shared room to a private room on the same floor. In a statement given by a hotel manager, Amy Price, found in court documents, Lamb moved rooms after hotel guests sharing the room with her complained of odd behavior. This was also the last day she was reportedly seen alive by a hotel worker. Her parents, who said Lamb called to check in every day during her trip, said this was the last they had heard from her. Publicly available documents do not list the exact day Lamb was supposed to have checked out of the hotel, just that she had intended to check out sometime in early February. When she didn't and could not be found, the hotel and police were notified. When Lamb vanished, all of her possessions, including her wallet, her ID, were still in her hotel room. Around the same time, her parents reported her missing. February 6th of 2013, the Los Angeles Police Department released details about Lamb's disappearance. They list her brief physical description and any information they had about where she was last seen. The press release said her disappearance is suspicious and may suggest foul play. On February 13th of 2013, hoping that someone could recognize her, detectives released a 4-minute video captured on February 1st. In it, Lamb enters the elevator and is seen pushing multiple buttons. She steps in and out of the elevator, looking left and right as if looking for someone, and at one point it appeared as though she was hiding in the corner. Towards the end of the video, Lamb steps outside the elevator and makes a series of strange movements with her hands before appearing to walk away. This clip had been viewed hundreds of thousands of times on various YouTube channels by those captivated by the idea of figuring out what happened to her. So on February 19th of 2013, Lamb's body was found inside the water tank at the hotel's roof. After complaints of hotel guests of low water pressure, maintenance worker Santiago Lopez went to investigate the 4 water tanks on the roof and noticed that the hatch was open. While examining the top of the tanks, he discovered Lamb's body floating inside one of the cisterns. Los Angeles Police Sergeant Rudy Lopez says the detectives were treating the case as a suspicious death. And then it says on February 21st, 2013, according to the autopsy reports of the Los Angeles County coroner, Lamb's body was found naked but ruled her death as accidental because examiners found no evidence of physical trauma. The circumstances of her death remain unknown, but many unofficially theorize that her death wasn't accidental because of how restricted rooftop access is at the Cecil Hotel. In the same statement given by Price, she said that there are only 4 ways to get to the roof. 3 are fire escapes on the sides of the building, and the 4th is a rooftop door with an alarm that sets off when it's open. Furthermore, accessing the 4 water tanks on the roof requires scaling a 10-foot ladder. To this day, no one knows exactly how Lamb got onto the roof. They did on February 21st, 2013, officially reported Lamb's toxicology report, finding that she exhibited no signs of drugs or alcohol intoxication. Lamb's parents did sue the Cecil Hotel for neglect and led to a wrongful death of their daughter. The suit said the hotel operations had an obligation to make the property safe for guests and inspect and seek out hazards in the hotel. Well, holy shit, if there was only 4 ways to get up there and each of them was a fire escape and a locked door, I don't see how else they could have made it more secure.
Yeah.
Lawsuit was dismissed. The lawsuit was dismissed.
Yeah, because you can't lock the fire escapes.
Yep. Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Howard Helm dismissed the Lamb's lawsuit against the hotel, saying their daughter's death was unforeseeable because it took place in an area of the hotel where guests were not allowed. Good. Well, I not good that she died or anything like that, but you can't just sue because, I mean, it's unfortunate, but
there was a lot of speculation that she wasn't
okay.
taking her medication as prescribed.
Yeah, she was diagnosed with bipolar. And she was on bipolar medication, they said.
Yeah, quite a few different types.
Now, yeah. So I put this chart for the Tuesday, February 19th, 2013 at 9 the day that they found the body in the water tanks.
Mm-hmm.
So this chart's ascendant signs at 25 degrees of Aries. Some reports said that in the elevator, she had on a red jacket, red shoes, and that would kind of explain maybe why we're sitting at Aries at 25 degrees, because 25 degrees is Aries also. Aries represents red. So I'm thinking that this has to do with her clothing, but it also represents head, and it also represents injury. So the ruler of her ascendant sign is Mars, and it sits in the 12th house in Pisces. Again, Pisces is water. But it's at the 13th degree. Again, that is Aries, conjunct Mercury. Mercury could mean that she was the bipolar stuff, because Mercury's all about your thoughts and your ideas and stuff. But it's also young people and walking. But the only thing that I have concern-wise is that Mars, which represents her physical body, is again at the 13th degree, which is Aries. So you've got you got quadruple Aries in this first scenario of her. So I don't know if she went in head first, if that's what they're saying. Of course, you would think that that's probably what happened. If she fell in it, she went head first. I don't know if this is meaning that somebody put her in there, because there is Mercury sitting there. But then also Mercury could just mean that with her bipolar, she could have done it. But Aries, I guess, could also, well, Pisces is probably the naked part. They said she was naked. But
they found her clothes and everything in the tank, so she took them off while she was in there.
Yeah,
and
or they threw them in there, or somebody threw them in there.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't make sense to me. This chart's, I mean, it makes sense as to what they say, but it doesn't make sense as to, like,
yeah.
so
I mean, the only possibility is she fell.
Well, but she had to have
if she
gotten
did
up
it to herself
somehow. Like, there's no way she got up there by herself.
There's
unless
a ladder.
she went up the fire escape, which could be because Aries represents fire. So she may have went up a fire escape.
Yeah, and there's a ladder up to the tank, but once you get into the tank, you can't get out.
Right. So the ruler of the water tank and her body in the water tank is Neptune. And again, Neptune is it represents water, but it also represents unknown or the seat. And it's in the 11th house. And the 11th house is friends or acquaintances. This makes me think that somebody in that hotel, and also Pisces represents hotel, somebody in that hotel knows exactly what happened to her. And in the 11th house makes me think that it may have been somebody that had been rooming with her. And it's conjunct Sun, and the Sun is a man. Now, it's conjunct Venus. This is probably a married man. And they said that she was staying in a hotel that was like, what is it called when you travel?
What, Astro Travel? No?
No. When you travel and you don't stay like in hotels, or and you stay with other people you don't know. Oh God, what is it called? I don't want to say a brothel. It's not a brothel. Hostel.
Yeah, hostel, like backpackers.
Yeah.
So because she was sharing a room with some girls, and they said she was acting really, really strange. And they asked the hotel lobby if they would move her out of the room.
Yeah, this was a man that was married.
Okay.
So this may be somebody that worked at the hotel then. But it's in the 11th house. So this is somebody that she was friendly with, or they were friendly with her at some point in that hotel.
Well, if it was someone that worked in the hotel, they'd know where all the cameras were located, so they could avoid the cameras, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, somebody had to let her up there. If she didn't go up there on the fire escape, somebody let her up through that hatch or that locked door. The man is represented by Aquarius. Again, Aquarius is somebody friendly, somebody that Uranus is also somebody that is like a maintenance worker, or somebody that is what's the word I'm looking for? Engineer.
Yeah. Well, a maintenance worker would have access to all those areas, and like the water tanks, etc.
And Gemini represents keys, and it's conjunct her body. So it makes me wonder if somebody opened up that for her. Uranus is in the 12th house, again, the water tank. So the man let her up there. Oh, that's right. Venus also represents the highest point of a building. So that's the rooftop. So this man let her up on the rooftop. Or he was up there with her on the rooftop.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine someone actually, like, if she was already deceased, I couldn't imagine being able to carry a deceased body up a ladder and get it, like, you know how what dead weight's like. People always say,
deceased.
like.
No, she wasn't deceased at the time.
Okay.
No way. She was, no way.
So someone let her up there.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So if we go here and look at the perpetrator's first house, it's at 25 degrees. Again, is Aries. Aries is somebody that's like a cop, an engineer, somebody that works with tools, maintenance man. And this sign of Libra, again, Libra is married. So this is a married man. And why this chart
Can you get a nationality out of that somewhere? Like a possible nationality? Because I know, I remember seeing an interview with the maintenance.
I'm going to jump down. I'm going to jump down.
Libra is Asian. What?
I'm going to jump down because I'm tired.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, PJ.
Okay. Thank you.
PJ.
See ya.
I'll be in chat. Night.
Okay.
Okay, so this Libra is Asian.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was Asian, but I remember them doing, I'm pretty sure, an interview with the maintenance man, and he was Hispanic. Ramirez's uncle was in maintenance there at the Cecil. Oh.
Well, the ruler of See, his co-ruler is Scorpio, which means he probably tried to rape her. He was probably somebody that has raped before. So that might
I wonder if
explain
she
why
climbed up that
goes-
tower and to get away from him or something, maybe.
Well, maybe he lured her up there and then raped her and then killed her and threw her in that tank.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
Because
is, like, you have to climb a ladder to get up to the tank, like from the roof.
Or maybe
So,
maybe she ran from him and she ran up that ladder and he cornered her up there
yeah,
and opened up that thing. And the only way to go was he threw her in there.
yeah, and he knew that she couldn't, like, she wouldn't be able to get out, that nobody would be able to hear her.
I would hear.
Yeah, she ran from
Because
him. Yeah,
if we take the co-ruler of his, which is Scorpio, the ruler of Scorpio is Pluto. It sits in the 9th house. It means he was a foreigner.
yeah,
9th house is foreigners. In the sign of Capricorn, which means he's dark skinned.
yeah.
So he's a
Yeah, I
married
wonder if he
man.
was stalking her, because
Foreigner.
that's what, you know how she was looking out of the elevator and that, like, someone was,
Mhm.
you know, she was trying to hide from someone, or someone was following her. Yeah, I believe so far. Sorry. Just
Let's
the
see.
little things I know from the case, but I don't
Yeah,
believe
I'm
they would.
pretty sure this guy was a maintenance worker at that hotel.
Well, he was the one that was called to go and check those tanks because of the water problem.
Yeah, it was somebody at this hotel, because this guy his ruler of is Venus, and it sits exactly in the 11th house. So his 11th house would have been a fun and games, girlfriend, sex. So he was there in the Scorpio. He was there. He was going to have sex with her.
Okay.
So
You're
maybe
starting to
he
do that
struck
skipping
up a
thing again.
conversation with her. What?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're starting to do that skipping thing again, you know, where you're
Shit. Hold on.
last time you just kicked yourself out and then came back and it was fine, but I just thought I'd let you know. It's not too much, it's not too bad. Like, I can still understand you.
Okay. It might be because I'm sharing the
It's just
damn screen.
Yeah. Well, I know when I click off screens, like, into other screens, that's when I go off. You can't hear me, so.
Well, they
Be
said they
interesting to know
interviewed.
who worked maintenance.
Yeah, they said they
Yeah.
interviewed the maintenance guys, because one of them had to
Yeah,
go up
they
there
did.
and look in the tanks.
Yeah. And they found the hatch open and with her in there. And the hatch shouldn't have been open. Like, it was apparently it was quite a heavy hatch to, like, lift up, you know?
Hold on, guys.
So
I'm going to go try to go back and see if I can find the chart for the Zodiac killer. Oh, brother. Come.
I wonder if we could get a read from an interview or the date he checked in.
That she
Yeah, we'll
checked
have to
in?
do a little bit more. Date she checked in? Or
She checked in on
have to do
January 26th. He
what
worked
did
at
the
the
police
hotel.
rule? Did the police report as accidental? Like,
Yeah, with
I think they do.
her bipolar being a secondary.
Yeah. She was having like a manic episode or like a psychosis or something.
Yeah, they said she was in a manic state, or she, according to the
Yeah.
elevator footage, the doctors and them said that, in the way that the ladies or the people that wanted to move rooms said she was acting, they said she was in a manic,
Yeah.
or not manic. Wait, what is it? When you're excited and you're over the excited part, not the
Yeah.
depressive.
Yeah, I think it's manic.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Didn't I put it down?
That would be easy, a lot easier for the police to write off instead of like, taking it further into an investigation. But I don't know if they investigated it or for how long. Yeah. Manic.
Ah, darn
Just
it!
seemed weird, like yeah, she was saying there was someone that she was avoiding or trying to get away from.
Hold on, guys. For some reason, again, stupid Mercury retrograde, I can't find my chart for the Zodiac Killer. I think it's just crazy that the parents try to sue the hotel. Seriously, I can't believe that an attorney took that case up.
Yeah.
Especially when they, hotels and all of them are OSHA, they're regulated by OSHA. So they have to be checked
Yeah.
every so often by OSHA. And so I'm really shocked
Maybe it was
that an attorney
it was the
even
fact
took
that
it.
that tank wasn't padlocked or it was unlocked, but I mean, yeah, I know it's a hard one. Is it or
Hold
is
on,
it
guys.
mania? Or mania? I don't know. You're higher than usual.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mania. One's manic and one's mania. And manic's the depression part of it. Okay.
Well, if you can't find that chart, I've got a date. I've got some dates and times of one case that's unsolved.
Don't.
I don't know much about the Zodiac Killer actually. I never really got into the Zodiac Killer. I know he used a whole lot of codes and stuff, didn't he? The codes, coded letters, coded messages.
On December 20th,
was that the Son of Sam?
Okay.
Is that the same as the Son of Sam? No, different.
Was it? I don't think so. I think the Son of Sam was the clown one. Didn't they call him the clown?
No, Son of Sam was I don't know if he was the Zodiac Killer. I have to check. No, Son of Sam wasn't a clown. That was John Gacy.
Oh yeah, John Wayne Gacy. That's right.
This. Oh! Sorry.
Did you cut your? Did you
My
drop
alarm
down?
just went off.
I'm on there.
No, I'm here. My alarm just went off. to remind me I have to go to the pharmacy because I keep forgetting and I haven't got any medication left. I will try and get some more info. Yeah, Far. I'm going to look into it as well. That'll gives me something to do at night to go over these cases and be like,
December 20th.
Can I at some point in time do a chart on Midnight Productions? Can you at some point? This is from Far.
Yeah.
Can you at some
December 20th.
Midnight Productions? What's Midnight Productions, Far? I've never heard of it. We'll try and get some more info. Okay.
December 20th.
Some guy is on the YouTube saying his dad was the Zodiac killer. Oh my god, it's like the Black Dahlia case.
That's how they found the BK killer, though.
BTK?
Yeah, the BTK killer. His daughter started suspecting
Yes, I
him.
remember that. That's right. Yep.
He was from Wichita, Kansas.
It's interesting. Interesting that the children give them up. That's the name of the homeless. The homeless give them. They take people for sex. Oh wow. Films, just depravity. Oh wow. Midnight. What is it? Midnight Productions. Oh, okay. To look into that.
11:05.
Oh, top officials. Wow.
Ollie hey ho. So 11:05 p.m. Okay, hold on. 11:05. Okay, 11:05. Okay. Valley hey ho. Val. How do you spell it?
What do you want?
VALLEJO. Okay. There we go. Okay. I do not know anything about the Zodiac killer. Like I didn't research it, so that I didn't know.
I don't know much. I just know that he
I've heard of
was
it.
sending the cops a whole lot of coded letters, and they had to try and crack the code or something. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Midnight Productions.
Most of you guys in here already, you guys know about the Zodiac killer, right? Or heard about it?
Yeah, but should we do a brief, just briefly? Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, hang on a minute.
Why share the screen here?
My phone's listening to me. Okay, right. The Zodiac Killer is the pseudonym of an unidentified serial killer who operated in Northern California in the late 1960s. You can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. The Zodiac murdered 5 known victims of the San Francisco Bay Area between December 1968 and October 1969, operating in your... okay. Oh, they've never arrested him. He's never been arrested. Oh. Okay, they have a suspect though.
Okay. So let's see if we can. Does it give you a description? Don't tell me. Oh shit! How did it get on screen?
So seen out letters,
How the hell?
infamous signature, a circle with a cross running through it, while the investigations agree on 7 confirmed victims. They have a suspect, yeah, but it was in that Vallejo area. But do you want me to say
Can you
wait for
chart, Doxy?
that? Hang on. Yeah, I can see the chart.
Okay. So the chart's ascendant sign for the Zodiac killer is 16 degrees of Virgo. 16 degrees is Cancer. So this was near their homes. Oh, this is for the December 20th, 1968 killings of hold on, let me. Okay. The first murders widely attributed to the Zodiacs were the shooting of high school students Betty Lou Jensen and David Arthur Faraday on December 20th, 1968. Jensen was a 16-year-old student at Hogan High School, and on the night of the 20th, she had a date with Faraday, a 17-year-old student from Vallejo. Faraday drove to his mom's car to Jensen's house at 8 p.m., and they left in the car at 8:30, driving to a house of Jensen's friends. Sometime after 9, they drove to the outskirts of Vallejo, whatever that is, parked at a lover's lane on Lake Herman Road. Passing motorists noticed the couple between 10:15 and 10:30, parked on the side of Lake Herman Road on a gravel runoff near the gate to a water pumping station. They were spotted again at 11 p.m. The couple were attacked sometime between 11:05 and 11:10 p.m. Police determined that an unknown assailant pulled his car up next to Faraday's about 10 feet away from the passenger side of the vehicle. He left his vehicle and approached the couple's car, firing several shots out inside. The bullet hit various car parts, but not the couple. He may have been trying to force them to leave the vehicle. They both attempted to leave through the passenger door. Jensen was able to get out. As Faraday was leaving, the assailant shot him in the head. The assailant shot him in the head with a 22 caliber rifle. The assailant began to chase Jensen, who was running away. He fired 6 shots at her, hitting her in the back 5 times. He then left his vehicle. The police theorized the whole attack took 2 or 3 minutes. Passing motorists saw the couple's body at 11:10. She drove down the road and flagged a police patrol car to report the scene. The officers in the car immediately went to the scene. Jensen was pronounced dead and Faraday was still breathing. He was taken to the hospital but died from his wounds. Police could find no usable tire or footprints of the assailant, and there was no witnesses. They were unable to find a motive other than the killer being a madman. The intensive investigation took place over the following months, but viable suspects never developed. Okay. So we got that. Let's go back to the... Uh-oh.
Hello. I did
I
myself.
was on the other...
Yeah, far. I was like, check the back door.
Okay, so this 16 degrees goes along with they were near a house. And Virgo means that they were, well, Virgo in this case, I believe, is saying that again, there must have been something to do. I just wonder if there was a dog, if there was something out there that was alerting, because it's in the center of.
Oh, you're breaking up real bad. I can't. Yeah,
Shit.
You're breaking up real.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry.
Mercury is the ruler, and it's in the 4th house of home. There had to be a pet. There was somebody's pet that was to do with this case, and it's not mentioned, but there was a pet there. It had to be. Mercury is also representative of a car, and it's conjunct the sun. So it was an older car, conjunct the sun, which means that they were a student and a teacher.
You're gonna have to. You might have to drop out and come back.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Sorry.
All right.
It fixed it last time. If you go back and listen to this live, you'll hear what you're doing. It's like a stuck record. Like you're like, oh, she's gone. She gone. She gone. do 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 do. Go elevator music. Hold, please. I hope she can get back in here. We will still be here. Damn it! Here she is. She's back. Hello.
Is that better now?
Yep. Clear as a doubt. Sorry, it gets to the point where you can't, we're missing whole sentences because we can't hear it. There she is.
This is interesting. So the perpetrator's ascendant sign is Pisces. Pisces is a doctor at 16 degrees, which is a hometown doctor. And this was in, where was this at? It's Vallejo, Vallejo, California.
Vallejo, yeah.
So this is
couldn't be a teacher by any chance, could it? A teacher? Okay.
They said it. Well, you've got the sun conjunct Mercury in the 4th house, but Mercury rules the victims, and the sun is the ruler of the 12th house, which means that in this case that they were in town. So they were in a town near their home where they got killed. I don't think this is a teacher ruler, or the perpetrator's ruler. Where's Neptune? Neptune sits in the 3rd house of Scorpio. Am I cutting out again?
Yeah. I don't know why. You're not even sharing your screen at the moment, so I don't know why, because you haven't got the chart up, so it shouldn't be doing that.
Oh shit!
I don't know why.
I wasn't sharing.
No, because maybe when you came back, you had to reshare. It's okay. Don't
panic.
Yeah. Just little bits. You just get, it's like you get stuck on the. I don't know why it's doing that.
I think I put up the wrong
sometimes
chart.
you're fine.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, this guy's a doctor. This guy's another doctor. And he must have been a doctor of one of these kids because his co-ruler sits in the first house, their first house, in the sign of Jupiter. At 4 degrees. So he was a Jupiter rules liver. What the hell kind of doctor would that be?
Liver.
The ruler is
there anything in the like institution or anything like? I mean,
well, this guy has to be some kind of, he's either a surgeon, because the ruler's is in the chart's 3rd house, which means that he was a neighbor, but it's in the sign of Scorpio. Which would be a surgeon. The co-ruler of his is Mars. Mars sits in the 2nd house. So this guy, these kids, this guy was being paid somehow by these kids. Like they owed him money, or was there anything in there? Well, Pisces could be an institution. A doctor at an institution.
yeah. Because they do have a suspect, and it's kind of interesting.
Because, okay, so the institution is a state hospital.
Yep.
The state, yeah. Okay, so this is probably. I know why it's in Scorpio in the 3rd house, because he did lobotomies.
Or got one? I don't know.
Well, I guess he could have got one. But there's a lobotomy in here. Somebody got a lobotomy. The 12th house is in Leo, which means it's a state hospital. This guy's, so his co-ruler is Jupiter. Jupiter sits in the 1st house, conjunct Uranus, which means he's crazy. But he's highly intelligent. So he has an education. He did go to college.
Yep.
So the perpetrator's educated, but he's almost like a genius, but crazy. Pluto there means he's also, but this is all in the 1st house of the victims. So how did he know? He knew these victims. He had to have known them somehow, because he sits in the 1st house. So I wonder, was he like a student teacher?
Mm-hmm.
Did he substitute teach at their high school, maybe?
Definite. Yeah.
Because
sounds very similar to the suspect that they have.
Because he's sitting in their 1st house. He knew these kids. He had to have known them. So, yes, they had to have either, he taught them somehow, some way. He was at their high school. And the moon is the ruler of the 11th house, and it sits in this 5th house, or their 5th house, which means that the mother One of their mothers was friends with this, or knew of this doctor as well. And Aries is in the 8th house of death, rules the 8th house of death. So again, they were shot.
I don't know how they died because I didn't.
It's a pretty open and shut case. I mean, obviously, but
Didn't he go up on like teenagers while they're like parked at Lovers Lane and stuff? And
I think so.
Yeah,
And that might be why the moon's sitting in the 5th house too, because that's lovers, or that's dating. And they were on Lovers Lane. These two was.
Yeah. And so maybe it was someone who was maybe jealous or had.
Yeah, it could be. I think this is more to do with just the fact that he knew them. Like he had to have been associated with their high school somehow. Like a student teacher, a substitute teacher, a coach, something.
Do you want me to read out what I found? Just a little brief.
Yeah.
Okay. Arthur Lee Allen. During the 1990s, several investigators claimed to have identified Zodiac killer. The suspect most often cited was Arthur Lee Allen, 1933 to 1992. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. A Vallejo, California schoolteacher who has been institutionalized in 1975 for child M through his identification with the Zodiac killer has, that's all I've got there. Hang on a minute. There was not enough evidence to prove his guilt. But he's the most suspected person.
Well,
and he was
definitely looks like this is the guy. That's the guy.
Yeah, I had no idea they had a suspect for that case. But he was put in, into a mental hospital, or no, he was institutionalized for 1975 for messing with kids, basically.
See if they did a lobotomy on him. If you can find that out, that'd be interesting because there's a lobotomy in this chart.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would even say, but yeah. So this guy was definitely their guy. The question is he was never caught, or they never charged him?
No, they never charged him, but he was put in an institution, so he was locked up. I'm trying to find if they did anything like a lobotomy. I don't know if in the 1970s they were still doing that. They probably were, but I can't find what they did.
What was his name? What was his name?
Arthur Lee Allen, and Lee is spelled L-E. Oh man, Leighallen. Arthur.
Oh yeah. Lee. That's a woman. That's how you spell it. A woman's name, right?
Yeah.
No wonder he went nutso. His mom named him a woman's name. Kidding. Just kidding. Let's see.
They said whoever he was organized, intelligent, and meticulous.
Oh, he was a former elementary school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. That would explain the Mercury, or Virgo.
If you
Gemini.
Google him, he looks like a creep, man. Like, really scary dude. Arthur Lee. Is it Lee?
Yeah, it doesn't say if he had a lobotomy or not.
No.
Damn.
But I mean, God knows what. I mean, anything could have happened to him once he was put in there. He's so creepy looking.
He was in several elementary school teachers, and he was in the Navy.
Right.
Oh my God.
Just what you need as an elementary school teacher.
Yeah, a former Navyman. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really surprised that Max didn't show up tonight. Max,
Well,
are
damn.
you? We were gonna do story time.
Okay, sweetie.
PJ, do you want back up here?
Were you not feeling well, PJ? I thought, are you okay?
No.
She said, "Thank you. I feel better now." Spam, you would call it. See. Oh, you say, okay, I'm reading back now. I understand. No Max story. Oh well, bugger. I've got to go to the pharmacy before they shut today. My gosh, girls gone wild.
You all scared him away. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Oh.
Interesting, Brittany.
Oh well.
Where did PJ? Did you want back up here? I can drop
I think she's ready
link.
for bed.
Oh. He asked you what your sign was. What's your sign?
Yeah, I see. You should know what your sign is, Brittany. We say it like every single live stream.
Oh. What has Max got that I'm not seeing? What? Riley, I'm surprised. Yeah, I know. Did we want to? Oh, I don't know if we should. If I share screen, I'll probably start messing up again. Son of a bitch. Well, I will tell you guys that we're going into. Well, Mars went into Capricorn into Cancer today. So Mars is energy. So Mars is your focus. It's your energy. It's your sex life. Yeah. So it's your focus. So wherever your Mars is in your chart, that's usually where a lot of your focus is. And if it's in the sign of Cancer, Mars is a fire sign. It's all fire. It's heat. And Cancer is all water. So when it goes into Cancer, it puts out your fire. So a lot of times people will get frustrated. They'll bottle their emotions. If they're angry, they'll bottle it up. This is supposed to be this way for 7 freaking months, guys.
Awesome.
So you're going to have a lot of pissed off people come 7 months, and they're able to go into the sign of Leo. And when they're going to Leo, you better watch the freak out, because that's when they start really going ape.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because that'd be double fire then, wouldn't it?
Start working extra hours.
You called? Oh, PJ, it's okay.
Yeah, I just wondered if you wanted backup or not. I could drop the link.
I think she's ready for bed.
But yeah, well, you ain't gonna be wanting baby to come light your fire, Rowdy.
Yeah, I was singing that in my head, Rowdy. I was just about to type it. I was like, "Come on, baby, douse my fire."
This is where a lot of guys will have ED.
Yeah, they need their blue chews.
They need their
their
blue chews.
Yeah, get your blue chews out, boys. You're gonna need those.
Yeah, but this is also where. See, this is my natal Mars. My natal Mars is in Cancer, and it's conjunct Saturn, which is just even worse, because Saturn's like a wet blanket, and Cancer is water, so it depletes my fire. In the 5th house, so that's like your creativity. So I get accused a lot of being emotional, because Cancer is emotion. So a lot of my get up and go, a lot of my energy is emotional energy. So once I emotionally check out of something, you can forget me having my energy to do anything with it. So if I lose interest with something, you can forget it.
She's donezo. Cold.
I'm done.
Cold as a what do you call it? A cucumber. I don't know.
Cold as ice.
No fire in the hotel. In the hole.
Yeah.
No fire in the hole.
No fire in the hole.
Ready?
Yep. No fire in the hole.
Yeah. And then I go cold as a cucumber. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh well. Everyone's just gonna have to keep their legs crossed. Are you still there, Swear?
I'm here. I was getting some pizza from.
I was thought you were about to say peanuts.
Nope, no peanuts. Like, no peanuts for my ED.
You just get fed food through your car window, don't you? Like it just gets like shoveled like a credit card. Like you just like put it through the slot. Feed me some pizza.
Kind of like a drive-through.
Yeah, fine with me too. Far, I can't be bothered with it anymore. I used to be a firecracker, and now I'm just a fizzle. Fizzled out.
So, all you YouTube true crime YouTuber grifters, don't be expecting your 40-year-old women to be flashing their credit cards and their cash apps at you. So your little love bombing's not going to really work for the next 7 months.
Well, you know how you were showing all those big cash apps and that they were dropping in the Summerwells case?
Yeah.
People aren't doing that as much anymore. You're not seeing the $200, $100 cash apps. I mean, you still see the odd $50, maybe $100, but not as common. Like, people are starting to. I think
That's 'cause
since
they're going to
COVID
Cash App.
and
They just drop it on the
Cash
Cash App.
App.
now.
Yeah, they say thanks for the cash app, but you never know how much they've actually got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was too good.
But just think about that, guys. So, if you go and put, let's say, $50 on somebody's Cash App, right? One of the creators.
Sorry. Fuck. Oh, you need a D-have fib on hand and ear couldn't spare that sort of energy on a man.
Just
Yeah,
remember,
no,
girls,
save it.
do not confuse your taser with your vibrator. But just imagine, you guys. So if you're in there in one of these YouTube creators' channels and you're dropping a 50 on their Cash App, just imagine how many others are dropping the 50 on the Cash App.
Yeah.
So if they're up there saying, "Oh, I need to put gas in my truck or gas in my vehicle or whatever," and you're like, "Oh, I'll help a dude out," and you drop 50 on them, just imagine who else is dropping 50s on them.
Yeah. Yep, and those all add up, like, I can just imagine, because I remember BJ accidentally showed her monetization on one of her channels on her screen, and it was about $5,000, but that wasn't memberships. Yeah, that was just her channel. That wasn't any cash apps or super chats or anything like that. That was just her views, and it might have been memberships. I'm not sure, but it was about $4,500. I think it was last month or the month before.
Oh my god!
And then you think what she gets on her cash apps and everything, and then she has to turn around and go, "Oh, I can't. I need money. We need new tires." Apparently, she's had about 4 sets of new tires.
Oh, so $4,000 couldn't buy her a set of new tires?
No,
What she have?
because they think that she's got either a bit of a gambling addiction or something, some kind of addiction.
I was just gonna say that. If you guys see these YouTubers and they don't do anything, if they're not showing you how that money's being spent, like, like a new setup for their YouTube channel, like computer, blah, 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 blah. If they're not showing you what they're spending their money on, it's because they have a habit.
Yeah. Especially if you can't make your money, like that sort of money, you can't manage it. Like, it's crazy. That's more than most people get.
If you're dropping money on these people's cash apps and they're not showing you anything that they're doing to improve their circumstances, it's because they have a habit. And another thing is when they're continuously coming to you and asking for help, that is another way you can tell that they have a habit.
Yeah, and if you have sent them a cash app and they actually send you a request for cash, like they ask you for cash, just, yeah, red flags.
Block them.
Because apparently some creators do that. Like, they go and request cash. I'll say an extra prayer, PJ. PJ? What's PJ doing? Oh, she's in bed. Whether people like Gray or not, at least he gives back. I love that he does that. Yeah, don't know if I have seen others do that. No, he donates a lot, like almost all of a lot of his channel's money, and he shows it all on screen, like, exactly what he's donating and how much it's got up to. And did you see the stream
like
of
him as a
BJ's where she
person.
was playing victim for someone coming on her panel?
Yes,
Is
PJ,
that
I'm going to
recently,
send you
Brittany?
some Cash App. What?
Oh, I'm just asking Brittany if that was a recent stream. Oh, she's always playing victim. She plays victim for
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour at the start of every stream. And that's when all the memberships and all the money starts coming in. Because she's like, oh, people are picking on me. Yeah, over the weekend with nonsense. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
with
And nonsense
nonsense.
was going in on him. Yeah.
She was working with nonsense?
Oh, no. Streamer BJ's where she was playing victim for someone coming on her panel. No, Nonsense jumped up on her panel and like had a go at her, and
Oh.
then so all weekend, or like I think it was the weekend, was it? Yeah, all the long weekend, they were going backwards and forwards. Like Nonsense was roasting her, and then she'd get on and play victim, and then she'd roast her again, and then she'd get up and play victim. And I'm thinking, like, you're giving her a reason to play victim. Like maybe you should just like stop what you're, because like it's giving her a reason like to do that. Doing the classic, I shouldn't have even come on today. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you guys realize that, like, when they go on, okay, when they're fake infighting, do you notice that when they get up on each other's panels and supposedly chew each other out? Now, I didn't listen to the nonsense one, but when they supposedly
Neither.
start chewing each other out, they'll call each other the same names. They'll accuse, I mean, it's just same thing over and over. And that's because it's all scripted. So if if Brittany J is up there calling, let's say, nonsense a bitch, the nonsense just turns around and calls her the same thing back. It's so that they don't
No,
go.
she called her a see you next Tuesday. All like heaps of times. Like she was calling her a see you next Tuesday. She was going in. But it makes me wonder, like, and then they go, oh, now you're going to go and play victim, and it's like, well, if you keep doing this, then she's got a reason to keep crying, and then people keep, giving her money because it. And then she goes, oh, I love you guys. You guys are the best. Oh, thank you. For like an hour, before her intro, like, it's crazy. I don't understand it.
And who actually in real life, serious to God, guys, if you're a woman of maturity, of any common sense or any kind of respect for yourself, for your family, for others, you don't go on a YouTube live stream and start bringing your dirty laundry out, unless you're doing it for money, for the clicks, likes, and views.
Yeah.
It wasn't nonsense.
Oh, she said, I don't know who the person was that went up there. I thought you were talking about the little fight between her and Nonsense. She was someone who was sick, possibly died. Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I know I didn't follow what happened with that because I try not to watch her streams, but if I see someone reviewing it, Nonsense reviewed it the other day. Okay. So Nonsense reviewed it. Yeah, there was a lady that was saying she was terminal. So I don't know. All that when people are starting to, put that out there all the time and stuff, it's sometimes, just be careful.
Come on,
guys.
I don't understand. Marie
It.
does this all the effing time. I mean, Tiffany's the biggest drama queen.
Yeah. Nah,
that's what
I don't really watch her either.
That's what Brittany does. But I know another creator.
Honestly, you can watch Brittany J at 2 times speed and she's still slow. Like, she is slow. And it's like, what? How can you be that slow? And I've got you on 2 times and I'm still sitting here with, like, long pauses, silences, like... And, yeah, I don't know how people can sit there and watch her at normal speed because I would be like, oh, come on, spit it out, hurry up, like, takes too long. Because she goes, look, squirrel, and she gets totally sidetracked, man, like, it's so annoying. I just like, come on, snap out of it, chop. Squirrel. She gets right off track, like fully. She says she's ADHD or something, but I don't know.
You mean an
But
ATM?
ATM. Yeah. Right. Well, I've got to go to the pharmacy. Why?
All right, all right.
It's all right. We'll do another one of these shows, but like, because I've got a date and some times and stuff, but we'll do. I kind of like the old true crime mysteries, you know, like they
Oh, yeah.
haven't really solved. Just started spring. It's 33 there today. Far, we had a cold snap last night and went down to 4 degrees. Like we went from like summer to 4 degrees again. And today is not that warm.
Well, back up the breath. What did you say, Brittany? Whistledown made a post to Chasing, threatening her to post videos that she has about what she did during the Summer Wells case if she keeps something up.
Whistledown. Well, Whistledown works with Tiffany Marie, I think, a little bit, because Tiffany Marie's got it in for Chasing as well. Yeah, they keep threatening her. They're saying, why don't you tell everyone what you're really doing in Summer's case? And why don't you tell everyone, you know, like, yeah.
I can tell you what she was doing.
Didn't. Yeah, Tiffany Marie knows, because I think Tiffany Marie was in the background with all that stuff. Like,
of course she
and
was.
so they're basically threatening to out her.
They don't call her. They don't call her godmother for nothing, guys.
Yeah.
She's part of the cleanup crew. My video. You guys did not watch my Benny Keys video. I tell you, I lay it out for you.
It's supposed to be 2 degrees here tonight, Far. It's getting even colder. Like, we've got another cold snap. I don't know where that came from. But, yeah. We're still in that spring, hot, cold period. But,
thank you guys for coming
That's all right, Far. Thanks for being here and listening to us prattle on like crazy old woman. Yeah, Sway's the crazy one. Aren't you, Sway?
Only a little bit. And only on Tuesdays.
just a little bit.
On Tuesdays.
I'm crazy on any day starting with Y, finishing with Y. I mean, whoops. Yeah. We had a cold snap 3 days ago. Oh, we'll be getting your cold snap now, Far. It's probably coming down south. So, yeah. Yeah.
Good.
It has been really nice up until now. I actually had to switch the heating on last night. Yeah, JLR rap video. Have you seen it, Sway?
I haven't seen it.
And he's like, they're not like us. They're not like us.
Oh, geez.
I know, but he's like,
again.
He's talking to.
Brittany always does this when I'm eating. She has to bring up these videos when I'm eating.
Hate and a few. Yeah, we'll get a hot. We're going to get a hot spell after that. I have to check the weather, Far. I haven't been watching it because it's been so mild and just nice. But yeah, it's.
Oh no, I don't want to picture.
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
Picture JLR trying to rap. It's kind of funny. Has it been clipped, Brittany? Did someone clip it? Because I think Jay for Justice played it. Ugh. I've just been watching her because she's really trying to make some money out of Sebastian's case at the moment. It's getting really sickening. It's getting really sick. Like going live 2-3 times a day for like 3-4 hours a time. Oh, you saw it on Jay's? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's been clipped.
How do you have only 300 people in your chat? And within 6-7 hours, you've got 9,000 views. Come on.
Yeah,
so
she's
buying stuff.
she's getting between 20 and 30,000 views a day, like
Mhm.
at the moment. I wasn't listening in because there wasn't anything else on. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's what I do too. I just throw her on and see what shit she's gonna throw at the wall next.
I can't
The
put
thing
up with
is, what really, really annoys me is her disrespect, how she giggles, how she plays those sound bites when you're talking about serious topics, about victims, and then she's laughing and, playing those sound bites. To me, it's just really disrespectful. This is ridiculous to go live that often for that long. I know, but I think you got to make the money while the oven's hot,
Yep.
I think Truth played it. Yeah, and that's what they do. And see, while all this stuff's going on with Dog the Bounty Hunter and SF and all these private investigators and everything, she's jumping on that money train.
That's another reason why I'm pretty sure, almost 100%, and remember, nothing Sway says is to be taken serious, that she's still working with Cher, because she's getting information from somebody on Seth's side. And that's why she's going live all the time. Because if you've seen her titles to her lives lately, you know she's getting inside information on Seth's team.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, for the last couple of days, she's been sitting there calling, because everyone knows that Katie got married at 18. She was pregnant before she got married. Seth met her at age 12. He was 22. She was 12. And so now Jay has been spending the last couple of days going, profiting off of misery. Yeah, basically calling him, all those nasty things. And
again,
I mean,
what does this have to do with Sebastian being missing? That's what this.
Yeah. That's the thing. They start digging up people's pasts. They're not only putting Seth out there, but they're also putting Katie out there,
Mhm.
and she was a victim. Can you have some respect for, instead of broadcasting it? Apparently Chris emailed her last night and told her to take something down off one of her live streams because it was supposed to be sealed documents from the court, from his child custody case with Nina, and somehow she had the documents. Don't know how she got them, but he asked her to take them down.
Oh yeah, well, like I said,
but she had to tell her whole audience that he emailed her to ask her to take them down. Yeah,
she got sued for almost $1 million or something like that, $1 million, because she was copyright.
Yeah, she's always getting sued for stuff.
And not only that, but if she got a hold of those documents, I can almost guarantee you they came from Cher's side. And nobody can tell me any different that they're not working together.
She seems to be on a whole different tangent at the moment, talking about that healthy family farce or force or those weirdos. Oh, his court case. Yeah, that was last night. She's the one that said Katie and Chris were cleared. It says it in the court documents that were supposed to be sealed. It says when they were going, he went for a custody hearing about his daughter, and it says that Katie and Chris were cleared by police. And so she was using those documents to say, oh, well, Katie and Chris were cleared, so Seth isn't, and don't know what it was about. I didn't hang around. Yeah. It's really none of our business.
No,
but she's no, she's going to the next level. She's really getting all up there in everyone's business. And if she's not careful, I can see her getting another lawsuit, getting sued again. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Because she's not careful with what she says.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But this is what I mean, and she's really ramping it up. She's been ramping it up big time this week. So just keep an eye on what she's spitting out there. Because she's throwing stuff out there and she doesn't even know, she put all those posts from Twitter and that out there today, and she was going, what does this mean? What does this mean? It was like, well, wouldn't you, if you're a reputable true crime channel, wouldn't you kind of look into things first before you throw
No,
it all out there?
not
But
her.
it's a race. It's a race to see who gets the info out there first.
Yeah,
And
they want
so,
to be first. They want to be first.
yeah,
But a lot
and
of
that's the
people,
problem.
but a lot of people pass information to her knowing that she'll just put it out there because she doesn't check.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, so just don't believe everything that she throws at the wall there, because we've seen her do this in Summer's case, and she was throwing out all this stuff about the Mexican cartel and Don Wells owing them money and pointing to the, oh well, they must have taken Summer as a ransom and this sort of stuff. So yeah, she does a lot of damage with cases, and she started off really not that involved in it, and now she's really up to her neck in it. So.
And guess who brought her into most of this stuff?
Who?
Guess who she was working with when the Chris Watts case come out?
Critical K?
Cher. Her and Cher was working with that Cher's book lady.
Okay.
And they were all doing.
Well, I know she was
together.
Yeah, and Critical K, and she lost her channel, and there was someone else she was working with. Oh, Lana Oriani, I think.
Tanya. It's her name was Tanya, starts with an H. Oh hell. Anyway, she was the one that Cher was going around and telling Dawn and all them that they were gonna get book deals. And supposedly they went on Oprah or somebody with the Chris Watts case.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how Jays for Justice got with Cher, was because they were doing podcasts together with that Tanya book lady.
Yeah, I haven't seen them do I haven't seen them do anything together lately, but it doesn't mean that they're not talking behind the scenes. But
they're still working together. Somebody from Chris's team or somebody from Seth's team is tipping off Jays for Justice.
Yeah, it seems that way.
That's more than likely Cher.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember what's my next live about. I don't remember. Shit. Gotta go look. Hold on, guys.
It was I remember seeing it. I'm drawing a blank.
That where I say anything. Yeah. All right. So Friday, anything goes. Maybe that's why Max didn't come in tonight. Maybe he's waiting for Friday. Anything goes Friday. Yep,
Okay.
yep. I escaped my mods. Yep.
Oh, that's one. Yep. Oh no, she's gonna go ham, guys. She's gonna go off the chain.
PJ and Doxy have no control over me. I escaped the office.
Sway off the chain. Oh no. This is gonna be crazy. She's on the loose.
I'm on the loose, people. But
hey, you don't talk with a southern accent.
I think I'll go Earth on everybody. Yeah. Start talking southern accent, and then I'll get y'all some Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah. And I'm not racist. That's or regional or whatever you call it.
She's got connections with the Colonel.
I do. Colonel Ernie with the chip in his ear.
Colonel Ernie Shell. Or prepare people.
Colonel
is on the list. Yeah. All right, ladies. Well, I'm gonna have to drop and go because I gotta go to the chemist. Are you alright?
Yeah. I was just seeing if PJ fell asleep. Oh,
probably.
my.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
I appreciate you all being in here.
Yes.
Even though PJ's my favorite. It looked just, that's right. And that was a wink, wink. Remember, nothing I say is to be taken serious.
Linguistic bigot.
Be like Benny and be a malapropist.
Yeah,
prolific
malapropist. Mispronounce all
All
your
right,
like.
everyone. Hey, stay up here for a minute, Doxy, when I close this out.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good
night,
night,
everyone.
Fly. Night, Brittany. Night, Ratty. Night, PJ. Night, John Boy. Night, Marilu.
Buddy.